You are warmly welcome back to the channel, guys. This cream here is a cream that was inspired by my previous video that I made about the Vaseline video, and I got a lot of inspiration, so I have decided to do my own formulation. So let's take this short commercial break and you will love it. You are warmly welcome back from that short commercial break, guys. As I said, this cream was inspired by our previous Vaseline based hair food. So in today's video, I have decided to make this this formulation. This is my own creativity that I have put into action. So these are our ingredients. The ingredients that we are going to be using is, for sure, we're going to be using the petroleum jelly, but just a little bit of that. We are going to be using shea butter and mango butter, and then we're also going to add castor oil to our formulation, and the herbs is cloves and rosemary. So the rosemary, I have already blended it, but then we are going to blend the cloves, and then we will get into today's work, guys. You will love this cream. Just stay tuned. If you want to make this cream for your business, please stay tuned. Also, instead of me using peppermint essential oil, we are going to use the menthol crystal. All that is going to be in today's video. So today's video is so packed with a lot of creativity and also a lot of knowledge. So as I said, take your pen and paper and don't lose this information. Let us blend our cloves and let's get to work. So right now our cloves is well blended. You can see it, the powder is looking so beautiful. That is why I love to blend my own spices at home, especially when it comes to my formulation. I want to do this. I want to know what I'm adding to my product. So we are going to start by taking the measurement of our base, and the first thing that we're going to be talking about, or we're going to add to our formulation, is the shea butter and the mango butter. I am going to leave the recipe on your screen. So if you want to try this, and I would love you to try this, you are going to love it. So we are going to first, then the second ingredient is our menthol crystal. This menthol crystal has a lot of potential to grow your hair. So all these ingredients that we have put together today, it's ingredients that is going to grow your hair. Okay, is going to grow your hair. If you want to know more detailed information about all these ingredients, please go to Google. Google is going to be your best friend to give you all those details, because this video, I don't want it to be long, so I am going to just give you the little information that you need. But if you need more, all the detailed information will be on Google, so just go and Google and you'll get all that information. Now that we have taken our crystal, we are going to add these to the butters, and then we will move to the next ingredient. Now is the time for our castor oil. We are going to add a castor oil to it. The oils are going to help melt the crystals. Okay, we are not going to use alcohol in this formulation. The oils are going to help melt down the crystal, the menthol crystal. And then the last but not the least of our liquid or our base is the petroleum jelly. We're going to just add a little bit of that to our formulation, and then we are going to put these on a double boiling method. Guys, we need these to melt down so we can add our herbs to it. I love these herbal productions. If you have been on this platform for a while now, you will know that this is my expert. Okay, I can make thousands of products when it comes to using herbs. So yes, that's what we're going to be doing. So we are going to do our double boiling method, and then I will come back to give you the. So guys, if you have watched this video up to this place, kindly like this video, give this video a thumbs up, share the news with your friends and family, and let me know if you have any question in the chat box. So now that we are waiting for our base to be melted, we are going to work on our herbs. We don't want to, I just want this work to be easy, so I'm just going to put this in a tea bag so that it can make the work easy for us. So I'm just going to put together all the herbs in this tea bag, and then when our base is ready, we're just going to dip into it, and then you will see the process yourself when it comes to doing this. There is nothing like straining when the oil is ready, or when we have finished infusing our herbs into our base. We just need to take the tea bag out of it, and then we move on to the next stage. So that's what I am doing here. There's so many ways you can do this. You can decide to pour all the herbs into the formulation, and then later you strain it. But if you have a tea bag at home, this is the best way to go about it. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing here. I am going to give you all the demonstration so that you can, if you have chosen this part, you can do it. But if you have also chosen to add the herbs directly, that you can see in our previous video how I did it in my previous video. So you can choose whichever you want. So this is what I'm going to be doing. After I have dipped the tea bag containing the herbs into our base, I am going to take it back to the kitchen and put it on the stove on a very low heat, because if you do not do that, your formulation will go bad. It might get hard even whilst the herbs are not properly infused. So we just want to infuse the herbs properly. So I'm going to leave these on the stove for very, very low heat, okay? And then about 45 minutes, and then I'll come back to show you how that is done. So here is it. After 45 minutes, I have taken it from the fire or from the stove, and you can see that our base has actually, the work is done. You can see the color for yourself. The herbs have actually infused properly. So we need to be fast. When it comes to this stage, you have to be fast to add the rest of your ingredient. On the last but not the least, the ingredient that we are going to be, you can add your vitamin E oil, and also if you have any fragrance oil just to give it a smell, that will be great. But right now I don't need anything. I just need my fragrance oil just to give myself some some smell, and also my vitamin E. I don't think I have those how do we call it, I don't think I have those videos, but then that's what I did. I added the fragrance to it. I'm going to leave all the details, all the recipe on your screen. So if you have decided to make this product, it will be easy for you if you follow the recipe. Or better still, I'm going to leave the recipe below this video in the description box. So here is when I am adding my fragrance. I need some premium fragrance for this, because the menthol, it's much, it's enough for my for my scalp. I don't need more essential oil, so I just need something to give my production a sort of scent. My product is ready, voila. But guys, do not go away, because there was some mistakes. There were some things that we need to correct later on in the video, or later in the end of the video. So do not go away, do not be in haste. So in here I just opened one bag of the tea bag, which is the green tea, The other product that we are, actually making, it's close to India herb cream. If you have, if you are a black woman, I know definitely you have used that India herb cream. So that is a source of vibe I was going for. So I opened one bag of green tea just to add to the formulation. But here is the mistake. The mistake I did was that when the production or the product actually gets solid, I have realized that all the herbs settle at the bottom of the product, which I was not happy about. As you can see now, I'm just adding it. So after putting it in the fridge, I placed it in the fridge, and later when I pick it up, I did not like it. So I have corrected that in the same video. So do not go away. You are going to see it, so you don't have to make the same mistake when you are making this product. It is not a very big mistake, but I am somebody who like perfection, and I already have a picture in mind what I wanted. So when I did not get that at the end, I was not happy. So I just have to correct it, and it went well. So here is the following day. I picked up my product from the fridge, and this is how my product is looking. Guys, look at that. That was a mess for me. Yes, I can still use it like this, but no, I do not like it. So look at what came into my mind. I just boiled the water. I placed this into a plate. That's what you are seeing. And I pour the hot water in there just to melt this, or just to loosen it up, so that I can do the correction. So after a little while, I have realized that my product started to soften up. So I use my spatula or my spoon just to bring back that the ingredient, all the herbs from the bottom to the, you see that? So I just stir it up, and it brought everything back. So if you want to add the herbs to your product, you need to wait for this consistency, this thickness. It has to be this thick before you add your herbs to it, so that you can distribute the herbs properly or in the product. If you do not do it at this stage, your product will be as it was when I showed you after the following day. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So if you want to add the herbs and you want to have that India herb look, this is how you have to do it. You have to wait till your formulation gets a thicker at this consistency, so it will be easy for you to distribute your ingredients. So you can see now there is no more herbs settling or sitting at the bottom of my container. And I was so happy I made this correction. So you guys, you don't need to make this correction. Learn from me, okay? I was so disappointed when I saw that, but again, I was happy when I'm able to, or whilst I was able to fix this. So right now, I'm just going to put it back into the fridge, and then you will see it. It was so good. The consistency was so good. For me, I love it. This is one of a product you can sell for the scalp, for people who are struggling with their dry scalp and edges. It is so good. Another thing that I want to fix here is the menthol crystal. This was so overpowering. It was so powerful. It was so hot. So I think that you guys should not make that mistake, especially those who do not like this type of, overpowering menthol or mint or peppermint. You need to go down in the quantity of the menthol. You need to go down on the quantity. So what I will do is I'm going to leave this recipe that I did, so you can, you know, be in control of the amount of menthol you want to. I have used, I think, 30 grams, so maybe you can divide it into 3 and use 10 grams of the menthol, or you can decide to use 15 grams of the menthol. But if you, I will also leave one on my membership where I will give you guys the right, you know, the right details, the right recipe after the correction, if you want to make this product without any problem, not guessing if it's going to work or not. I am going to leave that at my membership. So if you want to have that recipe, for those who are already members, guys, I have something for you this time around again. And if you want to have that recipe, kindly join the membership and you will get access to the recipe. You can see in this video I was crying, I was tearing, guys. I was tearing because this was so hot. I cannot laugh enough. It was so hot that I became like a child. You see, I was crying. I was crying. So guys, if you don't want to cry, do not use this. Do not do it. Just reduce it before you get yourself beaten up. Even though I was not beaten, I was so crying. So now I'm just going to, you know, twist my hair. Guys, I have done, after using this cream for days, my hair still looks moisturized. I am the type that is very busy, you know, making sure that my hair is, you know, moisturized. I'm having water and, you know, adding oils to my scalp. But after this, I have not for days. And I was so surprised. That's how good this cream is. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you in my next video. Shalom. Peace. Bye-bye.